Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Beginnings of Greatness. My name is Matt Rhodes, and with me, as always, is the beautiful assistant to the guest host, Joey Livingston. Not just welcome back to TBOG, welcome back to NCG, welcome back to the place. We just came back online from this morning.
Yes, we've had massive internet problems. Although I was thankful that it was slightly better than the dial-up modems that I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Which, if I think of it that way, it was quite fast. It was.
It's very fast.
And if this was a broadcasting network, we could have done it easily.
Yeah.
We could have broadcasted easily.
Yeah. Could have went from
we had at least 96 baud's at our disposal.
Yeah, 96 we had going for us. But anyways, lucky you fans, we are the first show back.
We missed Good Reasons to Believe with Alan Darley and his guest Allison DeLong.
Yeah.
And we missed
Dr.
Jones's The Place.
Mm-hmm.
We missed
a special
William T. Langill, special 80s edition of The Reflections.
Mm-hmm.
We missed
Mr.
Furlow's Neighborhood, which came after Alan Darley's show.
Yep.
And
Mowdy Man.
No, he's still going to be on. He's not on at 2 anymore.
So he's not on at 2 and 4? Just 4?
At 4, yeah.
What's going on at 2?
We missed all those shows, but when it comes to the beginnings of greatness, we come through. We deliver.
Yeah, we're going to get to you no matter what. No matter how hard they try to shut us
because this show is the standard for excellence on
this
network.
Right.
So even when other shows fail, we're here to succeed for you. So what we did was we built some new internet towers.
Right out
just
back.
Matt and I. We made it out of tin foil and hair.
Mm-hmm. Mostly hair.
Mostly hair. And we wrapped the hair around the telephone poles, and then we put a cell phone on top of it. Anything else?
It's 3G cell phone.
3G, three whole G's.
Yeah,
three whole G's
uppercase
for you.
Uppercase G's.
And we're currently in the process of contracting out our new network to the neighborhood.
Right.
But first, our show comes first. We're broadcasting on that to you.
And you're welcome.
On the hair, straight to you.
On the hair, live media.
Live from a ball of hair in our backyard.
Coming to you, a little bit of red hair, a little bit of black hair.
Some tin foil.
Oh, a little bit of tin foil.
Notice that the hair is still on our face and beard and head.
I use a little bit of my beard hair in the tower. Because, yeah, I kind of took a little bit off, left a little on. I don't want to go full.
I want to go full baby face.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I'll look like,
gross.
I look like some type of pedophile.
Yeah.
Some type of Pedialyte. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Nobody does.
But we got it up and running, and we're coming to you live.
You're still a little creepy.
Yeah. Well, there's no change in that. There's no way around it.
You can't help that. You were born
born that way.
You were born weird.
Like Lady Gaga was born this way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to represent it.
Some people think that you made a choice to be weird looking.
No. Yeah, no plastic surgeries.
Science says no.
Science says no. Greg Bray did a study, biological study and a survey, and found out that this cannot be replicated, duplicated, process. It's just created by God.
We call you
except Greg Bray don't.
Optical repulsivus.
That's my Latin Vulgate term for my race. It's a separate race, actually. Now I'm looking.
I accept you. I just try not to look at you that often.
I appreciate that, and I'm looking for some other members of my race. I had a light go out, and looking for some other members of my race. Send me a shout out to
the light is
Matt WG49 8289-4 at Hotmail.
Do not get in the way of the camera while you're fixing that light. Do not. Don't you dare.
I think if you double tap it, it'll do it. Double tap.
Yeah, it's like a mouse.
Single tap. But he held it at the bottom, kind of pinched.
It's going to go off again.
Pinch the bottom.
Watch it go off before crew member sits back down.
Yep.
was wrong.
Nice. Anyways, it's good to be back. We kind of panicked a little bit, but then we was like, nah, we're just gonna make our own tower. We got that up. We thought we had Alan Darley's show streaming this morning. I thought we did. I was like, okay, we got him up, we got him going, everything's starting
but
great.
But Alan's show was so robust. It's trying to fit through a non-hair and tinfoil
it's trying to go
hole.
through a regular coax.
Right, and it just busted it apart.
Yeah, busted that broadband right at the seams.
So you can thank Alan for breaking our
connection, our everything.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought we had it going. I went out to. Well, once we get started, I like to usually go outside, smoke a stove.
That's one of your hobbies, smoking.
It is. I've perfected it. Smoke a stove and get on my phone and check out.
That looks like a Nintendo controller.
And check out down, up, left, A, B, A, B. Check
you're
out
holding
Ustream, the
a
place
BlackBerry.
for us. No, it's the regular iPhone, but I hold it like that for some reason. Because I like the what's it called, the landscape.
We were prepared from childhood to operate an iPhone.
We were
with a Nintendo controller.
We were bred from the beginning. I was bred since '86. When I think it's when I got my first. No, couldn't have been '86. I was only 3. Because I was in the first grade when I got my first Nintendo. I remember that day. I was at Chuck E. Cheese. It was called Showbiz back then. And opened it up, and it was beautiful. Saw the gun. The gun's what set it off. I was like, oh.
You are thinking of the ball bin there. You got the video game. 5 years later, you're thinking of the ball pit.
The ball pit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have been deep in that ball pit several times at Showbiz. Stinks down there. Smells. Don't go under there. Don't go under the balls in the ball pit at Showbiz. I don't know if they've cleaned it up since they changed to Chuck E. Cheese or not. No. But it's the same place.
But definitely not a Nintendo. That's definitely not a Nintendo.
That's not a Nintendo.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Nintendo came later.
Yeah, but
for me it was ball pits, Atari 2600, 2 more ball pits,
right,
and then a Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Ball pit, no. Ball pit, Atari,
ball pit, Nintendo.
Yeah. Then plenty more ball pits after that. Then you go on to the
you can't have enough ball pits.
Genesis, SNES, the
you gotta love ball pits no matter how bad they smell.
No matter how bad they smell. Yeah. Just don't go under.
Right. Stay above. Keep your nose and ideally your mouth above the ball pit. But when you're a kid, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth closed.
You try to walk through it.
Keep the nose above the balls in the ball pit. Right.
Right. Kind of like a.
And report any child chunking balls at you.
Yeah, because that is one of their rules. Right outside the ball pit,
no ball chunking.
Pinned. No ball chunking at other kids. They will kick you out, and I've reported quite a few. And
one of the rules that they didn't think through was no shoes in the ball pit.
Yeah, you need shoes
because you can't have both no shoes in the ball pit and no fungus in the ball pit. You can't have both of those rules at the same time.
No shoes, you're bringing fungus in.
That's right. You can't pick one. What's a little dirt on the bottom of shoes as compared to toe fungus all over the balls?
All over the balls.
I don't know about you, but I hate toe fungus all over my balls.
Yeah.
Keep that out. You can wear shoes. You can step all over the balls. And a little dirt's not going to do anybody any harm.
And it's not. Shoes are kind of heavy, but they're not. They're not like going to crush the balls more so than your feet just by wearing shoes. They're still going to get crushed if you step hard on the balls. They're going to get crushed.
Right.
So just keep your shoes on.
You could fix that problem by making the balls metal.
Right. And it'd be almost impossible to go under the balls.
Right. You can just walk straight across metal balls.
Right. And it might draw more attention to the rule of no chunking the balls at other children because it would hurt a lot.
That's right. There would be a lot less chunking because no child wants to kill another child.
No. Not any child.
Most don't.
Most don't. there's some out there, like kill their pets and, like the Jeffrey
But
Dahmers.
keep them out of the ball pit.
Yeah, keep them out of the ball pit.
Yeah.
And keep their shoes on at all
Metal
times.
balls, keep sociopathic children out of the ball pit, wear shoes. That would fix the ball pit.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just fixed
We
it.
just fixed a problem that has spanned at least 2 generations.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
from
fixed
Showbiz to Chuck E. Cheese
That's right.
to Discovery Zone.
And it's a good thing that Chuck E. Cheese executives watch our show.
It is, yeah. They love our show. They get a lot of ideas from us. And we don't mind helping them out every now and then. Just to give us a little kickback with the free pizza coupons.
Yeah, they almost sponsored us, but we refused to talk about the ball pit in the way that they wanted us to. They just want us to say good things about the ball pit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're not
like that.
sellouts.
We're not going to take bribes to talk good about the ball
We're not going to say stuff that we don't believe is true. If we see something wrong with something, we're going to point it out and try to make it better. And not to mock or ridicule anyone, point it out to make it better.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's how we roll. That's how we're on the air right now. On the hair right now.
On the hair, that's right. That's right. On the internet of
the
hair.
inter-hair net of
Yeah,
hair.
that's right.
We're on it, and that type of critical, constructive thinking is.
Who knew that hair could broadcast a video? I'll tell you who knew. We knew.
Nobody until we did it. Nobody knew.
Well,
now everybody knows. Now everybody knows. Maybe we're making a mistake by telling everybody how conductive hair is.
No, we want to be
broadband.
we want to be open source with our
Freeware.
Yeah.
Going freeware with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
The freedom of information highway, interweb.
What's the little goat cheat chin? Hold on, I'm gonna go get a battery. Carry on. La-pa-pa-pa-pa.
Well, that's our show. Matt's lapel is out of battery, and he's currently eating a battery. So we'll see you next week. I have no ability to carry the show on my own.
Hold on. Hold it.
Sorry,
back.
I'm starting to panic.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay, we are back. Just had to get a battery. It's a good thing we started first so we can work out all the kinks. That's why we're the gold standard. These things take batteries.
The gold standard? Have we
gold-
reached that height now? The gold standard?
What we're yearning for is the
Triple
platinum.
bond sealed gold standard.
Right, and then after that, it's a little bit of platinum, and
Platinum.
what's after platinum?
Platinum.
Diamond, then platinum, platinum, gold, bronze, silver, gold,
Double bond gold.
double bond gold,
Double bond sealed gold.
double bond silver gold,
Hair.
but there's nothing above hair except the cell phone.
Well, it's got to stop somewhere.
That's true. Well, that's what we're yearning for. We're not quite there yet.
Cell phone conducted hair.
Yes. Right. That's what. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. That's what we're yearning for. That's why the show's still called The Beginnings of Greatness. Once we reach greatness.
Once the metaphorical standard of our show reaches the network that we built out of hair.
Right. Then look for a name change. You'll have to search with a different term in your favorite browser to find us. It might be another name for the show could be the excellence that we've become. I'm kicking around that one for whenever we reach the pinnacle, and then you never know. We may never reach it by the time
end of
we
greatness.
switch it.
The end of greatness.
Beginnings of greatness, the middle, and then
the end of greatness.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to the middle.
Yeah. The middle of greatness.
Oh, and you know what? I think what's today? September.
We were thinking about calling our show Quality Control.
We were, because that's basically what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Make sure all the other shows.
But I mean, that's kind of like if I was doing a podcast and I was a janitor, naming my show Janitor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just because I'm constantly striving for quality, controlling the quality,
Right.
doesn't mean I should name my show that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go with that quality control.
Yeah.
Because that would have been too
Or
on the
Sean,
nose.
the Sean naming his show Dickhead.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would have been too spot on.
Right.
Or
Just like on the nose,
yeah,
be a little subtle about it,
you got to be just a little
Yeah.
subtle, or
Right.
calling it douchebag, something like that.
Right.
It'd be
Like that would be your show.
Yeah. I mean, like if I had a show by myself, single,
Like
called
don't give away your
the news. But I won't- yeah, right,
subtly
right.
let people know that you're a
Subtly
douchebag.
let them know.
Yeah.
Can't be too on the nose.
Right.
Don't get the douchebag too on the nose. It'll start to smell.
Yes, that's right. Like
But-
a ball pit.
Right. Just like a smelly showbiz ball pit. Now, what were we talking about before we went on the ball pit? Before we figured that out, it was something to do with Nintendo. But before that, I don't know. I'm afraid to even go back there right now.
Yeah, never look back.
Can't do it.
There's some dark things back there.
But anyways, is the rest of the day, is there going to be regularly scheduled programming going on? Do all the other hosts know?
Assuming that our giant ball of hair holds for the rest of the day, we will have, after this, we will have a meeting of the minds, and then we'll have Clash Course, and then we will have Inspiring Honesty with Greg Bray,
Yeah.
and then we'll have The Unconventional Pastor with Bob Graves, and then we will have The Place with Dr. Michael W. Jones and Rhonda Jones, and panelists and guests.
Panelists and guests and all the rest, and audience members. Sometimes they come in and they think they're just going to be an audience member, then they end up being
That's right.
not necessarily a panelist, but jumping up and saying something, being on the air.
That happens by telling them that the audience seats are here.
Right. Yeah. Like
This area is also used for our panelists. We say, here is an audience seat for you,
right.
and then we start the show and we point cameras at them.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah.
And they get kind of freaked out when we start hooking up mics to them, like.
Yeah. So no, we do
Audience
this for all the audience
Yeah.
members.
We like to get the clapping.
To get
and-
capture the clapping. Yeah.
So and then we just boom. We trick them. That's how we got Michael Fulford.
Fulford.
Michael Fulford. That's how we got Randy Rampage Jackson. Randy, I'm not sure his last name. That's how we got Nikola Tesla, Coil Man.
Right. Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, that's how we got Matthew Land's End. That's how we got Vincent Van Gogh. That's
actually how we roped Sean the Sean into joining our crew.
It is.
He still believes that he is sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks this
Everything
is like,
we do, everything we ask him to do, we somehow apply to an audience activity.
right. Like we need you to try to run this cable through the back there so we can get to the other side of the video mixer. Like,
How did we convince him to do that as an audience activity?
Like, dude, don't you know, three cities down in Tallahassee, there's a show called The Benny Javel Show. They do that all the time.
All the audience members do it.
They win prizes.
It's the latest thing for the audience to do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how we get them to do it. This show is, what we tell our audience that the place is going for a Guinness Book of World Records for the longest show ever. And we tell them we broadcast 24/7.
Yeah, Sean is exhausted.
Yeah, he's very tired. He hasn't slept in a long time. He hasn't seen daylight in a while. We don't have
He's
any
shaky.
windows
He
here.
snaps at everybody.
Right. He drinks.
Hence the name of his new show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dickhead.
Oh, I thought you meant snapper mouth. We didn't go with that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dickhead. We weren't gonna. That was too.
Yeah, that's too on the nose.
Right.
Yeah.
So snapper mouth,
Because he always snaps it, but that's a little too on the nose too.
Mr. Snappy.
Oh, Mr. Snappy. You remember that Mr. Bucket? Mr. Bucket,
Yeah.
you pop your balls in my mouth.
What?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm Mr. Bucket. I pop your balls out my mouth.
No, it does
yes,
not.
Yes, it does, dude. No, I'm not. I wouldn't just make that up, dude.
I've heard you sing that before. I thought you had taken a commercial and changed the words to it.
Mr. Bucket, man. They even had an animate. It went from it's showing the real bucket moving around, and then it showed the animated bucket popping them balls out of his mouth. Oh, Mr. Bucket, I pop your balls up my mouth. Oh, Mr. Bucket,
Stop saying
you
that.
put 'em in, then I shout, oh, Mr. Bucket, buckets of fun. I show you that commercial. That commercial used to come on all the time when I watched like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. While I was watching Doug and
Why would
Rugrats.
you pop Mr. Bucket's balls into your mouth? I mean, what?
No, the bucket's singing that.
Oh.
I pop your balls that you put in my bucket out my mouth.
Oh, I pop your balls out my mouth.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a part where you put your balls in my mouth. You put your balls in my mouth, Mr. Bucket.
No, you're making this up.
I'm telling you, somebody go to YouTube and
Not
bring up
possible.
Mr. Bucket.
It's not possible that that's a child's toy.
No, there's all types of weird stuff they put in, especially like 80s and 90s children's like programming and commercials. A bunch of sick stuff they put in there. They tried to pass. I'm going to you look this up, the Mr. Bucket theme song, because that song's been stuck in my head since the early 90s, and haven't been able to get it out.
Spend time right now looking at
Mr.
We'll
Bucket.
play it next show. Did I mute myself? Okay.
See, I've typed in Mr. Bucket, and then one of the first ones was, okay, here it is. Okay, let's play this.
That's right. I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket.
Show the video.
Toss your balls in my top. I'm Mr. Bucket.
I'm putting it on Apple TV. You may find it. Is it on the mixer?
No. It's coming up on the mixer?
Or Sean may have it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's right. I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top. I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth, I'm Mr. Bucket. Walk the new bus, I'm Mr. Bucket.
Told you.
The first to get the balls in, Mr. Bucket wins, but look out, because the balls will pop out of his mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. The balls pop out of my mouth. I'm Mr. Bucket. A ball is going in the back. I'm Mr. Bucket. Walk the new bus, I'm Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket from Milton Bradley.
Now, you did augment that a little bit. He said,
Not
you
much.
put your balls in my top.
Or,
That's what he
or
said.
did he say pouch?
No, he said, put your balls in my top.
Okay.
And they pop out of my mouth. Yeah.
But it's basically the same thing. Oh, my
It's
God.
really
I remember that. Oh, Mr. Bucket, you pop your balls in my pouch.
Top.
In my top, you Mr. Bucket. I pop your balls in my mouth. I got that part right.
Yeah, your balls pop out of my mouth.
Your balls
I think.
pop out of my
I
mouth.
think that's what he said.
That's good stuff. I like that.
And how old were you when you discovered the wonder of this commercial?
Geez. Let's see. I was at least, when did that come out? Maybe 96? So I was probably in the 7th or 8th grade.
And you realized the irony at that point?
Yeah, I was like, funny
didn't.
stuff.
I never saw that commercial.
It was, I think it came on Nickelodeon a lot. Yeah, I think I was in 6th or 7th grade at the time. 96. Yeah, I was in 7th or 8th grade in 96. 96 was a good year. I liked
Yeah.
96. A lot of good stuff started happening.
I think 94 was the pinnacle of my life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just all downhill from that. Yeah, I remember
I'm just playing.
the fall of 83, pinnacle of my life. Started teething.
I like to pretend like my life is miserable. I think it's funny.
I'll tell you, I was listening to Jim Norton talk on Kevin Smith's podcast today. God, it's funny. He's talking about his childhood. Yeah, I can't even repeat some of the stuff, but it's so funny. I suggest y'all check that out. Jim Norton on Smodcast. It's like the Jim Norton. He's on the Opie and Anthony radio show, but he does a lot of stand-up. He has a lot of specials. He has kind of a shaved head.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He's like,
Yeah. He's super dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
Okay. I think I know.
talks kind of like Colin Quinn a little bit. Jay Moore, you ever heard of Jay Moore, the comedian, blonde hair guy? He's been in a couple of movies. Jay Moore, he does impressions, but it's not like most people do impressions of somebody popular like Barack Obama or like Mick Jagger or somebody like that. But Jay Moore does impressions like Colin Quinn and other comedians, and they just nails them dead on. It's funny, and he'll do their material in that voice, but kind of different, his own stuff, but stuff they would do. It's funny. You got to check him out.
Sounds
Jay Moore.
hilarious.
It is. Yeah, I don't want to I can't
Tell
do
funny it is.
I can't do the impressions he does because they're so unique.
Show us an impression of him doing an impression.
All right, my impression of Jay Moore, one of the greatest impressionists in the world, doing an impression of one of the greatest comedians in the world. Okay, he's doing Colin Quinn, and Colin Quinn's kind of like, hey, Shane, we're gonna have, yeah. That's how it kind of ends.
That's not Colin Quinn.
That's
a criminal from the 20s.
But toward the end, he breathes out his nose, but kind of gets the last syllable in. It's like, that's the only part that I know for sure is what he does.
That's Colin Quinn.
Yeah, that's my Colin Quinn.
Why don't I hear myself?
Testing. Look at your.
Check. Oh, it's on. No, it turned off. It finally went
Okay,
off.
here is the battery I brought over. This is the good battery.
That's your old battery?
No. I got the battery, and then Shauna Sean handed me a battery. I used
Shauna
Shauna
Sean.
Sean's battery.
Okay.
And I put some energizers on the recharge bin, but the LED light doesn't work on
Everybody
the recharge
else,
bin.
when the battery runs out in their lapel, they flip
Oh,
their
yeah.
lid.
Oh, man, they stopped the show. Curtain goes
Like,
down.
just replace the battery.
Yeah, it's here. Here you go. Flipper and flip.
Down.
Sometimes you got to check the batteries, put your tongue on it. Tip, not enough
Microphone check.
Testing. And he's back. See how simple that was? That's
Easy.
why we almost named our show Quality Control.
Easy.
Because the other shows, they kind of get nervous thinking these problems are going to happen. They watch our show. They
flip
see the
out,
problems happen.
and it makes the problems worse.
Right? They watch our show. Problems happen.
They
And
see
we-
us being calm.
We're just like, meh. That's
Do that
about
again.
it.
Give me another dead.
Let me go grab you a battery. I'll
Check.
watch out for this monitor here. Testing, 1, 2. I'm walking over to the battery bin.
Breathe.
The battery barn, I like to call it. Pull it out. Oh, yeah. A lot of juice on that. A lot of juice on that one. Then walk over here, bring Joey a fresh battery.
This is how it's done.
Cross over
This
his.
is how you do a professional show.
Pop it. A lot of juice on that. I got the fingernails. There you go. There's a lot. Did you put it in right? Because it seems like there's a lot of juice on this one.
Check. Microphone check. All right.
Microphone check,
Crew
1,
member
2.
says we're good to go.
All right.
He said.
Awesome.
Crew member says this lapel will not go dead anymore in the show.
Sweet.
That's how you do it.
We have that guarantee from the crew member.
That's right.
The tip of my tongue is numb from testing those batteries. That one I handed you was real hot. Had a lot of juice in it.
You're talking funny.
Because the tip of my tongue is tingly. That's how you test
Take your time.
batteries.
Take your time.
That's how you test
You're
batteries.
having
right?
an allergic reaction to electricity.
It happens sometimes. I remember one time I was unplugging one of the laptops, and I got
Stuck your tongue in the adapter hole.
That was later. This was with my fingers. I had the power strip. I had the pull it out. Then I just got a little bit of it out, then I couldn't reach down anymore. So I reached further, and I could just grab the very end. And then my fingers went in between the power strip and underneath the black. Got me good. Shook me and shocked me real good. But yeah.
And you still stuck your tongue on it later?
And then a little later, I stuck my tongue on it, see what it do. And wowza.
Tongue on all of our equipment.
Wowza. That'll get your attention real quick. Yeah, so all the batteries you've touched has my DNA on it.
It's gross. We've talked about this several times. And you promised me you would stop doing it.
Well, the little LED light indicator on the battery charger has gone out. So there's no other way to test if the charger's still working.
You realize as a person who is naturally born weird looking that this doesn't help.
Well, I can't change. Something's dead. Are you dead again? There's no way. Are you putting it in right?
You can check it.
Yeah, Mr. Bucket. Yeah, Papa, from Mr. Bucket. Yeah, you got it in. But the juice.
You're just getting an initial. Don't stick the other dead one back in there.
I'm not. I'm just seeing.
You actually are sticking.
No, I'm not. We're going to have to. These two. I got these right from the charger, and they were good to go. Let me try to put my fresh battery in yours.
I have to use this microphone. Does that work? Okay, let's.
What is that?
Let's save that one. Let's save that. I'll use this microphone right here. This microphone doesn't go dead. This microphone has always been my friend.
We'll call those the hard mics.
The wire does come loose on this microphone.
Yeah.
If you would like to consider donating to the New Covenant group, we would be glad to buy a better microphone to make our show
So you can hear us more.
work.
So you can hear us more good.
Get this off of me. I don't need you anymore, lapel.
We're not even wearing lapels to put a lapel mic on. So maybe that's why they were breaking. Yeah. Because maybe
you don't need a lapel to
when you-
make a
when you
a
bunch-
lapel mic work.
maybe because when you bunch it up like that, it kind of gets. Because my shirt is kind of going underneath the little windsock on it, and maybe it's getting into the electronics going on underneath there.
What the hell?
You know, there's like a
talking
little
about?
hole. Let me show you. There's like a little hole.
Don't dissect the lapel microphone. Just leave it. Just,
Right there.
just-
Well, you asked me how it would affect it. I'm trying to show you. And
the question
most
was
of the
intended
times-
to make you think about how stupid the comment that you're making is.
I was just
A
giving you
lapel and a
an
lapel
answer.
microphone have nothing to do with each other except they have the same name, and if you have a lapel, it happens to fit better.
Fits better, and your shirt doesn't bunch up, and it doesn't go into the little hole underneath here, which could interfere with the electronics. So
You're not helping.
we need to put that to the test, Greg Bray. Run that through your biology lab. See what happens. Anyways, I'm glad we're back on the air. I'm glad everything's going great. We got the microphone situation straightened out.
Is the hairball still working?
How's the hairball going back there, guys?
Hairball still working?
Going good? All right.
Good.
It should still be up for the shows later to come. And if not, I'll go back. Me and Joey go back around there and make sure it's stable. We fashioned a little ladder out of these little nylon ropes. It's kind of like a rope swing ladder, I'd call
It's
it.
just more hair.
I thought it was ropes with hair around it for decoration. The ladder part.
When you bind hair up,
Oh, and I know the hair is
it's
tough.
stronger
Yep.
than rope is.
I know, but I thought we were just using the hair for decoration. Not on the tower, my friend.
There was plenty of
I'm
hair
talking
to go
about
around. We didn't need
the
to go and
ladder.
buy rope and then decorate it with hair.
I think on the back side there's a rope ladder decorated with hair, which is a tribute to the hair tower.
Wow.
That's why we decorated. Yeah.
My wife might have done that.
I'm gonna have to go back around
I
there and
don't
take a
remember doing
picture. I seen it underneath. You can see like a little white thing, and with a little blue like stitching on top of it. It indicates like a little piece of nylon string. It might maybe even be a bunch of shoestrings together with ankle hair on top of it as decoration. I think that's what it is. I'll have to take a picture. You can find it on www.googleplex.com /TBOG. And
That's actually a // right there.
Well, I changed it. I changed it all
You
up.
can't have backslashes in
changed it
URLs.
all up.
You cannot.
It's called HTML 5.3.
You're lying.
No.
I do this for a living.
HTML 5.3.
You don't know
It
what
was
you're
only
talking about.
made by Matt Lloyd Rhodes, and there's a little place on googleplex.com where I reframed
You can't
everything.
just type stuff in your browser and
And
have
it's-
it work just because you say so.
No. I went to this place called the Server Lodge, and you should see this place. It's like way out in the country, and it's nothing but like gigantic, just big black bricks filled with information. And what you got to do is put a little bit of your DNA.
What?
A little pinprick in your finger. Drop a little piece of blood onto the server lens. You shut that back in there. You type in the web address that you want to configure, that you want to manipulate. I use googleplex.com. Instead of a...
Before you continue, I want you to think about how many people you are misinforming and what effect
I'm not misinforming
that is going to
anyone.
happen.
I'm letting people
we
know
have at
the
least
truth.
half of the development team of Google watching this show.
Right.
We have all the executives from Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
We have the marketing crew from Apple.
Right. We got
We
Verizon. We got a lot of
We
people.
have several convenience store owners
Yeah.
watching to make sure that we still drink Polar Pops.
A lot of mom and pop shops. watching
And
the
you are
show.
telling them you're giving them bad information.
No.
No?
There's this place. I'm revealing information. I'm shedding light on this place called the Server Lodge, way out in the country.
Can I see your?
And I
can see
can't I can't say any more
Can I see
about it.
Can I see your base there?
My base. You
Wanna
want to see
check-
my
wanna see-
base?
yeah, I
No
wanna
thanks.
make sure.
No thanks, Mr. Bucket. You can't see my base. So you're telling me that's not true? There's no such place as the Server Lodge way out.
There are no backslashes in URLs. People may call a / a backslash, but it is not a backslash. It is a /. All of the slashes in a URL are /.
All of them.
HTTP, possibly S, // domain / folder or virtual folder / folder or virtual folder ad infinitum. It's all /.
Okay. Except for this one
I
place,
don't know.
googleplex.com /TBOG. And there you will find a picture of the...
There are at least
rope.
10 sysadmins right now that want to murder you.
Hey, guys, go there. Check it out for yourself. I went there. It's called Server Lodge. I can't speak any more about it because there are actual people who would kill me there if I do speak any more about it. Oh, Mr. Bucket, we got a lot of good programming coming up, and I think I'm gonna take my cigarette break. So, how are you, Joey? I'm about to end the show.
Do you think it's any
Do you wanna
mystery
say?
to our viewers right now that we are just simply out of material?
No way. Hey, I could go on for hours up here, okay? But it is 3:41, and
We
I
actually
gotta-
have a large chunk of content right now that we simply can't present because there's so little time left.
Right.
We have 3 hours, at least 3 hours more worth of content that we had planned just for today.
You got the polar bear
And
skit
then we forgot
alone.
that our show is only 45 minutes long.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that one polar bear thing alone. That's 45 minutes right there.
The shaved polar bear?
Yeah, that one. That's a good one.
I thought we weren't going to. I didn't think that was for this show.
Well, that's why we haven't done it yet. We're still working out some angles, but we still need to talk.
We're gonna have to send the children out of the room again.
Yeah, I remember we had to do that quite a few times, even when they were on the show.
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, stick around for that.
Is that a bad sound?
What was that? Bong.
Are we making bad sounds over there? Is everything okay? Is the hair still holding together? Okay.
Bong. All right, well, I'm going to close this out. Stay
right.
tuned for Norman Greco and the Greco Wrestlerettes.
I'm going to go put an extra coat of Vaseline on our internet network.
I'm going to go out back
Stability
and put a little bit of
maintainer.
protein on the hair tower out there.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Love you guys.
We will keep you going through the rest of the day. If it fails, it's crew member's fault.
Remember that.
He's
Love
a
you.
crew member. It's beyond him, the other guy.
That way.
Yeah.